It may not seem like it, but many sports today involve many concepts of physics.
This is why our group decided to host an Olympics so we can raise awareness of how we can relate the science of physics.
Of course, physics is not only limited to sports but to other everyday aspects of life. Before we begin the overview of Mosh Olympics, here's a short infomercial to show you how we can relate physics to road safety.
Globally, almost 1.3 million people die in road crashes each year. Road crashes are the leading cause of death among young people ages 15 to 29. An additional 20 to 50 million people are disabled. And this is where road safety comes in. Now, what is road safety? Road safety refers to the ways one can stay safe on the road to prevent serious injuries and even death. Now, whether you are walking down the street, driving the car, or riding a bike or using your skates, you must always remember the rules of road safety. Now, what are some tips we need to remember?
Always look both ways before crossing. Looking both ways before crossing helps you see if there are any incoming vehicles that will pass by. Always walk at the designated area. Not walking at the crossroad is called jaywalking. This can result into serious risks and there is a chance you can get severely injured. Make eye contact when crossing the street. Not all times will the driver be able to see you, especially in tall vehicles such as buses or trucks. Making eye contact will make the drivers be aware that you are there. Always wear your seatbelt. Wearing your seatbelt will decrease the momentum while driving and will help you keep your uniform position while you sit. This is also called increasing inertia.
Be alert. The driver must be alert so he will be able to see any pedestrians or other vehicles in his or her path. If alert, the driver can slow down or deaccelerate to avoid collision. If the vehicle is slower, the force of the collision will be weaker.
Always follow traffic signals and signs. What are the different types of traffic signs? Regulatory signs. These signs give drivers and pedestrians a direction that must be obeyed. An example would be the stop sign. The vehicle must stop and check if anyone or any other vehicle who first entered the intersection will pass and must proceed carefully. Another example would be the yield sign. The vehicle must stop completely. Let all pedestrians and vehicles pass before you enter an intersection or join another roadway. Warning signs. These signs are usually yellow and will warn you of any hazards or changes in the road ahead. These signs would mean that the vehicle should reduce its speed. Guide signs. These signs help you find destinations, showing you which way to go and how far you are before you reach a certain location.
Green guide signs give highway direction. Blue guide signs list services such as food, gas stations, and lodges. Brown guide signs list public recreational areas, national parks, scenic sites, and historical points. Why is following road safety rules important? As you can see from the earlier statistics, there are many fatal accidents that happen when people do not observe the driving rules. Due to this, road accidents may be the leading cause of death as time passes if we do not take this into consideration. If you do not follow and abide these rules, you will not only risk your life and properties but also other lives and other people's properties. If we were to follow the rules implemented for the roads, there will be less road deaths and road accidents, and all in all, we can be in a much safer, happier, and healthier community. Remember, being aware of the rules on the road can help save a life, or in fact, many lives. If we can follow these rules, we can safely cross or drive the roads knowing that there will still be a future ahead of us.
Velcro wall, there are strips of Velcro attached to the wall, and there are also strips attached to the players. As the strips of Velcro are less than the number of players, there's only one aim of the players: to not be the last one to reach the strips of Velcro. Each round, the number of strips on the wall decrease, so the goal is to be the last one standing. The Velcro acts as a force that stops the player from moving, which relates to the law of inertia.
The class will be divided into groups, and the aim for all groups is to walk, run, and skip past a candle with the flame. The flame must not shift while they are moving past the candle. If it does, they will be sent back to the start to do it again. The candle's flame moves when acted by an unbalanced force as stated by the law of inertia.
There are two teams, and these teams will compete in a relay, and the team whose last player reaches back to the start line wins. However, there is a twist. The players will be pushing bags filled with heavy things while racing. The more force they apply on those bags, the more likely it is to push the bag, as stated by the law of acceleration.
For this game, the whole class will kick a ball into the net one by one, with one goalie assigned to the post to bring the ball back to the players. When the line drifts back to the first player, another ball of a different size will be added, meaning the class will now kick 2 balls, and then 3 when the first player returns. The class will be given 3 minutes to complete this task. This demonstrates the law of interaction. The ball being kicked is the action force which causes the reaction force, the ball, to move.
Each person in the class will draw lots. There is a certain object written on the draw and it is different for every person. The objects range from a light bag to even a railing. Each person in the class is given 3 minutes to pull the object 3 inches from its original position, no matter how immovable the object is. This is the law of acceleration, showing there needs to be more force applied the greater the mass of an object is.
This puts a close to Motion Olympics. Are you up for the challenge?